So in 2-5, we're going to cover three-dimensional figures, starting off with some definitions. A polyhedron is a three-dimensional closed figure made up of flat polynomial regions. The face is a flat surface. The edge is basically the line segment that is creates a 90-degree angle most times. The vertex is where the points of your polyhedron meet. And then we also have to know what a base is. And a base is where you have your main shape, depending on what it is, whether it's a pentagon, a hexagon, triangle, but it's your two matching shapes. So in this case, we have our base for this one, which is the top and the bottom, with all the other faces being rectangles. So this would be the edge here. Edge. This little point here, one of these points would be the vertex. And then one of these entire things would be the face. Okay. On the right side, we have a pyramid. It's basically where your edges come to a point. So we have a prism, which is basically a parallel shape, and then we have a pyramid which meets up at one point. And you can have a bunch of different types of pyramids and prisms. And we'll go over those at the bottom. So these are the main ones that have their own specific name. We have a cylinder, which is basically kind of like a pop can. We have a cone, which is like an ice cream cone, has a circle at the bottom and meets up at a point. It's not a pyramid, it's a cone. And then the last one is a sphere there. Basically a three-dimensional circled point. Here are the different types of polyhedrons or polyhedra, if you're talking plural. The first three are different types of prisms, and they're named based off of the base that they have. So we have the triangular prism, we have the rectangular prism. There's no such thing as a cube prism, it's just called a cube. And then we have the pentagonal prism, and then it goes up from there. So you can have hexagonal prism or octagonal prism, depending on what kind of base you have. So as you can see on the triangular prism, the base doesn't always mean bottom, right? The base is basically whatever shape that you have that's matching. In this case, the bases of the triangular prism are going front and back instead of top to bottom. The three ones over here are all pyramids, and you name them based off of their bases too. And there's no way a pyramid can have a base that's other than it being on the bottom. It has to be on the bottom if it's a pyramid, or else it would just look upside down. So then we have a triangular pyramid, we have a rectangular pyramid, and we have a pentagonal pyramid, but they can go up from there as well. We have right versus oblique. So a right prism, in this case, is one that's standing straight up or creates a 90 degrees, right here. A oblique prism is basically one that's slanted. So it's slanted that way. A regular polyhedron is when you have all equal or congruent faces, all congruent edges, okay? So in this case, for this first one, we have a tetrahedron that all has triangle faces and they're all equal. Same thing, cube or hexahedron has all the same faces, so they're all equal square faces there. And then here's a couple other ones here on the right side. We have octahedron, decahedron, and then icosahedron. And those ones are definitely hard to draw and a little bit more rare. Okay, so example 1. We have this shape here says determine whether each solid is a polyhedron, then identify the solid. If it's a polyhedron, name the bases, faces, edges, and vertices. So yes, it is a polyhedron. So yes, it is. Then identify the solid. So in this case, I'm pretty sure what we're looking at here is two square pyramids that are attached together, but the problem is that your faces are all triangles. So we have all triangular faces. And honestly, I have no idea what that is called. Oh, octahedron. It's this one up here. So octahedron. Octahedron. So if you don't know it, I would just Google an image of one. You should find like a chart with all the solids on there. Name the bases, faces, edges, and vertices. So I'm going to start off with the vertices because those are the easiest. My vertices are going to be, I'm going to put it in red. All of these points here. So Q, S, R, T, U, V. Did I get them all? Yes. So those are the vertices. Okay. The edges are all the lines or the segments that are created. So we'll put that in together, different color. The edges. So this would be an edge right here. So SV, TV, UV, that's a U, V, ST, UT, QU, QT, UT, SQ, RS, UR, and QR. I don't think I missed any. Okay, so those are the edges. The faces are all going to be triangles. Okay, and I believe there should be 8 of them. So when you name an edge, if you name an edge, you're naming a triangle. So we're going to do those ones next. Let's go pink. So I'm going to start with this one. So the STV, these are the faces. And then I'm just going to kind of work my way counterclockwise around. So there's an edge, UTV, UVR, I'm going around the back side, the bottom half, and then VRS. So those are the 4 triangles that make up the bottom. Now notice how I'm not doing the square that's in the middle or the rectangle that's in the middle. It's because it's in the middle, and that's not an actual face because it's connected. So now I'm going to focus on the top part. Q is at the top. Okay, so we're going to go S, T, Q. That's this face right here. Q, T, U, U, R, Q, and S, R, Q. So I kind of just worked my way around the back side there.